Hello, hello, hello. This is David, and we are back once again. Today, I'm going to be doing some talk on the importance of evolution. Uh, for this project, I did some piece of artwork to convey my message on the importance of evolution. First of all, I want to begin by defining what evolution is. Then we'll go deeper into what everything that I've displayed means. Evolution is the process by which different organisms are thought to have developed and diversified from earlier forms during the history of the earth. An example is the natural selection. Understanding evolution helps us to solve biological problems that impact our lives. There are excellent examples of this in the field of medicine. To stay one step ahead of pathogenic diseases, researchers must understand the evolutionary patterns of disease-causing organisms. To control hereditary diseases in people, researchers study the evolutionary histories of the disease-causing genes. In these ways, a knowledge of evolution can improve the quality of human life. In my artwork, I have 4 different categories of the importance of understanding evolution in present-day life. They include, firstly, direct observation of evolutionary change. And an example of that is the development of drug resistance in bacteria. Secondly, the fossil record. An example of that is the discovery of extinct species. Thirdly, homology. And an example of that is the similarities in mammalian forelimbs. And lastly is the biogeography. And an example of that is the similarities of modified beaks in birds under the class Aves. I'm going to do a brief explanation to the various sections that I've mentioned, and you will understand the various meanings of the images after. Firstly, scientists have directly observed evolution occurring in many instances, including the development of drug resistance in bacteria and other pathogens. Secondly, the fossil record has provided evidence for extinct species and for transitional forms of organisms. Thirdly, homologies include similarities in structure, development, and DNA sequences in different organisms. Vestigial structures are homologous structures that have a reduced function or no function at all. And last but not least, the geographic distribution of species such as the high concentration of marsupial mammals in Australia can provide evidence about common ancestors. Let us look at the meanings of the various sections of my projects. The first one, how does antibiotic resistance occur? For a high number of bacteria, a few of them are resistant to antibiotics. That is the meaning of the first part of the first image. The second part states that antibiotics kill bacteria causing the illness, as well as good bacteria protecting the body from an infection. The third part indicates that the resistant bacteria now have preferred conditions to grow and take over. And the last part shows that bacteria can even transfer their drug resistance to other bacteria, causing more problems. Secondly, the elephant tusk, which is the image on the right, which is the first image on the right. What does it say? The elephants are successful animals, and they have been around for a long time. The fossil record indicates that more than 300 species have walked on the earth over a period of 55 million years. A type of elephant called the pale mastodon was about the size of a cow and had tusks that were very short and a trunk as well. The third section talks about the homology in mammals. The homology of these three mammals: the first is the human, the second is the cat, and the third is the bat. So the homology of these three mammals shows similarity of structure, physiology, or development of different species of organisms based upon their descent from a common evolutionary ancestor. And the last image depicts the biogeography of beaks. Biogeography of beaks has 4 different birds that reflects their adaptive evolution and ecological requirements, and they are also relevant to phylogenetic relationships within a group of related species. Also, my inspiration for this project, I believe the tension between religion and evolution have been increasing in recent years. Knowing the strongholds for the importance of evolution was something I'd always want to know, and this project provided an opportunity for me to do some research work and add to my thoughts. How long did it take you? This project took me approximately a week and a half before my completion. Who did you talk to? I spoke to a few of my peers majoring in biology about the topic. What did you research? I researched majorly on the importance of evolution at large. What was the hardest part of my project? The hardest part of my project was choosing which way I could best convey the message on the importance of evolution to everybody. I tried writing a story, but it didn't really go well for me. And I also wanted to use a poem as my product, but that also did not have all the necessary vital information for my project. Who did I show this project to? I showed this to a friend of mine, an English major and a Christian, who was a bit baffled as to why evolution still exists in this modern day world. But he was still on his ground with religion, although he understood the importance of evolution. Thank you very much. This is the end of my project.